Picture life in the ocean. What do you see? Sharks, dolphins, coral reefs? None of that would exist without something almost invisible. Microscopic drifters called phytoplankton. Now, these organisms are so small that over 1 million could fit into a teaspoon of seawater. Yet they support life across our entire planet, forming the base of the marine food web, producing half of the world's oxygen, and even regulating our planet's temperature. Like plants on land, phytoplankton take in carbon dioxide as they photosynthesize. And when these organisms die, some of that carbon sinks into the deep ocean and is buried in the sediments, where it can remain for thousands or even millions of years. But there's a twist. Some phytoplankton, called coccolithophores, build tiny, intricate shells made out of overlapping plates of calcium carbonate, what you know as chalk. And the chemistry of building these shells releases carbon dioxide. So at the same time that these organisms are drawing down carbon from our atmosphere, they're also causing it to increase. This paradox is at the heart of my research. How do coccolithophores impact our world's carbon cycle? And as our climate continues to change under the influence of man-made greenhouse gas emissions, how will marine ecosystems shift and cause this balance to shift as well? To find out, I dig into the mud. 3-million-year-old marine mud, to be exact. Deep sea sediments are like Earth's diary. Layer by layer, year after year, they record what was happening in the overlying water column as bits of rock and debris sink to the seafloor. Included in this debris are the remains of marine organisms, which can give us hints as to what past marine ecosystems looked like during warm intervals and what they may look like in our future. Scientists work together to collect these samples by drilling off of research vessels, and researchers all over the world utilize the collected samples in their research. My work combines 2 lines of evidence from these sediments. First, here at Brown University, I extract molecules called alkanones, which are organic compounds produced by certain species of coccolithophores from these sediments, and I measure their abundance. From this, I can estimate about how much organic carbon was exported to the sediments, and I can see how this changed over time. Second, I traveled to France to collect high-resolution coccolithophore fossil data. There, I created microscope slides, photographed them, and scanned them into a software that utilizes machine learning to individually identify and count thousands of fossil shells, species by species. From this data, I can estimate how much calcite was exported to the sediments. And by tracking which species were present over time, I can see how coccolithophore communities shifted in response to a warming climate. Because not all coccolithophores are the same. Some may be powerful carbon exporters, while others are heavy shell builders that release significant quantities of CO2 as they calcify. Small changes in who dominates the global ocean may ripple throughout the entire global carbon cycle. That's my piece of the puzzle, using microscopic clues buried in Earth's sediments to learn more about how marine ecosystems and their shifts impact ocean chemistry and the Earth's climate. And here is why that really matters. Currently, the ocean absorbs about 30% of the carbon that we emit. So the ocean is quietly slowing climate change for us. But this buffer isn't guaranteed to last. If warming oceans favor coccolithophore species that either export less carbon or calcify more intensely, the ocean's ability to uptake carbon may weaken, strengthening climate change. Ultimately, the future of our planet's climate may not only depend on power plants or policies. It may also depend on the lives of organisms too small for us to see with the naked eye. By digging into the past, I'm actually asking about our future. When the Earth has warmed before, how did coccolithophores respond? Did they stabilize our climate system, or did they amplify change? What will they do tomorrow? The answer may be written in the mud. Thank you.